installing the Samsung Odyssey G7 firmware from 1009.3 to 1011.0. Hi friends and welcome to Viktors Reality. Today we're going to be taking a look at this new firmware just recently released by Samsung for the Samsung Odyssey G7. I have the 32-inch version, but this would work for the 27 or 32. And again, I'm going to show you one more time how easy it is to install it to your computer and how to put it into the USB drive so your monitor can read it. We'll update it, and we'll be checking out the Nvidia Pendulum demo just to double check that the VRR option is working and to see if this update does anything in specific to improve the performance of the monitor. We'll be checking all of that right now. So it's really simple. Download the file onto your computer, open the bin file. You see it right here. I'm using a WinZip extractor, and I just grab the bin file and dump it directly onto the USB 2.0 drive that I currently use. I don't know why my USB 3.0 drives do not work, so I had to go and revert to a USB 2.0 that works perfectly for me. And all you got to do is drag and drop just the bin file. The monitor can only read the bin file. That's the only thing that needs to be on that USB stick. Don't have anything else because then it won't work. So all you got to do is drag it and drop it, and then the monitor should read it automatically. But before we do that, I'm going to show you again. The link will be in the description below. Click on the link, follow these steps to get to your monitor, which will be the G75 series. That is the 27 and 32. Hit confirm, and you can see right here firmware, driver, and user manuals. You can see right there the new firmware has been released, and when you click on it to see more, there's a firmware file and it shows you how to actually update it. I'll download that right now for you so you don't have to, and I'll leave it up here for a couple of seconds just to show you. This is how Samsung says to update the monitor. I have this included in all my update videos, and the main thing to note here is you have to make sure you put it into the correct port, which is the service 1 port. It shows that in the back of the monitor itself, and you have to make sure after you update you disconnect all cables from the monitor for at least 15 minutes to make sure that the monitor resets itself with the newest firmware. You may have to go in and change everything all over again, like your picture settings and everything, but that's okay because you want to make sure that the firmware is current and clean in your monitor. And also don't forget, you have to format the USB stick to FAT32. It won't work otherwise. That's how Samsung has it. That's how they want it. So make sure you do that. And this was simple. It took me less than 5 minutes to do all of this. Of course, a little bit longer to record for you all, but it's super simple. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below and I will get to it as soon as possible. As you can see, that's the firmware. It says it improves picture quality. So we'll be double checking that just to make sure it doesn't brick our monitors. It doesn't do anything bad to it. I do that for you so you don't have to. And I would also recommend do not update this monitor if you have no problems. Don't fix something that's not broken. I'm doing this specifically for you guys so you guys don't have to. And if my monitor bricks, that's going to be bad for me, and I'm going to go through that hassle on how to fix it again. So don't fix it if you have no problems or no issues. And if you do have issues, you can't lose anything by trying to fix with this firmware. And if you are perfectly fine with what you're seeing and what it's displaying, don't change it, don't fix it. Every firmware may brick, every firmware may cause other issues to happen. It may fix some and then introduce some other ones. So you just want to make sure that, this would be your last resort. Or if you want to do it, feel free to do it. And also that's why I'm doing it here, so you can see what it does and if it does anything bad. But your miles may vary. You know that everyone's miles may vary when it comes to software updating on anything. So just be aware of that. So after we did all that and we have it onto the USB stick, as you can see, the monitor reads it right away. A new software version is available. Update from version 1009.3 to version 1011.0. We're going to hit yes. So as you can see here, I have a screenshot. It was updating. It took less than 5 minutes. And with the end result, as you can see, the current version after a 15-minute reset of the monitor itself, I have it here with the current version of 1011.0. And here we have the Nvidia Pendulum demo. And what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be seeing if there is any flicker with this new update. Now I'm just going to show you right here, VRR control is on. That is what eliminates the flicker. Just to show you, it is on 1011.0. So let's double check to make sure there is no flicker. As you can see, the minimum frames is at 35 with the max at 50. This is a 240 Hz monitor, so we will be trying to see if we can make it flicker by changing the minimum and maximum frames per second. So I'll be going slow here in this part just to see if we can see anything. Remember, look at the background, look at the mountains to see if any kind of fluctuations with the brightness. Again, the flickering. Nothing there. Everything looks good so far. And let's continue to go up. Remember, usually G-Sync compatible monitor hertz begin at 48 hertz with the G-Sync compatibility, as the 27 and 32 inch are different. As you can see, nothing. There is no flicker. Everything is perfect. And one more thing I do want to show you here is in the middle right here with this red background. I did hear reports, but only rarely have I seen this scanline issue, and it especially comes out when it's a full red background or the red X button when you close out of a window. And I can tell you right here, there is no scan lines whatsoever. I'm showing you right here with this top part with the exit button. Usually the scan line would pop up. Anyone that has had that issue, you know what I'm talking about. I can report here that there is no scan line issue, at least not with this update, again, and at least not with mine. Just showing you here so you get all the facts, and I hope that helps you make a decision if you think you need to update to this newest version. Remember, don't fix anything that's not broken, so be advised your miles may vary with this update, but I can tell you it is a go, it works perfectly for me, and I hope it works perfectly for you. So if you found this video helpful, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you never miss out on a future Samsung Odyssey G7 video. I'll see you guys next time.